Hello party people! Welcome back to my channel. I want to do my makeup, but I realized I need to take these glasses off first. Yeah! So I already moisturized my face actually. That's what I'm looking for to show you guys. I used the APTO. I'm not sure if that's what the brand is, but I actually got this in an Ipsy Glam bag. I've been using it for a couple of days and I really enjoy it. So I jumped right into my primer, which is the Professional by Benefit. It's one of my favorite primers ever. It makes my face so smooth and just like the perfect canvas to put my artistry on. So today we're actually just gonna do a simple glam. I'm heading over to my grandma's house for just a family get together, so I don't want to do something too crazy, but I don't want to look like I don't care about myself. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. I'm also watching a movie in the background, so if you see me looking like to, I guess you could say my left, I'm not sure. It's because I'm actually looking at the mirror through my mirror. Wait, what? I'm looking at the movie through my mirror, so yeah. I'm all done with putting my primer on the skin. I'm gonna let it absorb a little bit, so I'm gonna head on to my brows next. Ooh, looks like I found some berry treasure in the vanity today. That's my favorite candy, so I have to take a bite, don't I? But just one. So for my brows, I actually use a Morphe palette, which is the 35O, the original. As you can see, it is very loved. That is actually the shadow that I go in for my brows, which it has officially hit pan. I need a new one. But yeah, that's my baby. Then I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eyebrow Groomer. I believe it's number 12 if I'm not mistaken. I've also had this for a really long time, so the name has officially rubbed off. What we do for the brows, at least for me, I have to comb them through first because I don't have a lot of brow hair, but what I do have goes in so many different directions. So I have to comb them out, and then I always start with outlining them from the bottom first, and I try to make it a little bit dark and sharp because I will comb through them a little bit later. I'm just gonna quickly fast forward through this part because doing my eyebrows is a little bit time consuming. If you guys want a full depth tutorial, let me know, but I think it's kind of boring, so yeah, we're gonna speed zoom through this and then we'll have some brows. The brows are finally done, so that means it's time to clean them up with the one and only Shape Tape by Tarte. So I use the shade Light Medium, and then I use a NYX brush to clean it up. I don't know what number or name it is, but it's just like a flat squarish kind of brush. It works really well for me, and I just really like them together. They work perfectly. Moving on to my foundation, I use the Maybelline New York Superstay Full Coverage Foundation, and I use that in the shade 220. I love this foundation so much. It's the only one I'm using right now, and I highly recommend it. You can get it from the drugstore, which is even better. And then to buff it out, I use a Morphe M444. This is not my favorite brush, I'm not gonna lie to you. It gets a little bit stiff, which I don't really like, but it's all that I have at the moment, so it's the best for what I have. But if I had a choice, I would probably recommend blending this foundation in with a sponge. It's concealer time, my friends, which is one of my favorite things to do. I am actually going to use my Tarte Shape Tape that I use for under my brows. And what I use to blend that out is the Morphe G40. I really like this brush and concealer together as well. It blends it out really seamlessly and it doesn't leave any streaks behind, which I love. So yeah, I put my concealer on the highest points of my face, which in my opinion would be under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, my forehead, and also under my chin. And I just really love the concealer part because I feel like I'm just creating the perfect canvas, which is so exciting for me. To powder the canvas, my friends. So recently I started using the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder and the color Translucent Light. It's just a translucent powder with pretty much no color in my opinion. I absolutely am obsessed with this powder. It leaves my skin looking so smooth and it keeps my oils at bay all freaking day, you guys. I love it. I put this heavily all over my eyelids and under my eye because I have a creasing problem there, but I also powder my entire face with it. This brush that I'm using, I don't know what it is because as you saw earlier, it is broken, but it's just a little packing powder brush and I love it. Since I am extremely oily, I do go in with the second powder. It is a compact powder, the Fit Me by Maybelline New York in the shade 220. I use that with a powder brush that I've had for a really long time, so I don't know what it's called. But yeah, I use that and it helps with my oils even more. Also, I do use a lot of powder on my face, so to let it absorb and look a little bit more natural, I go in with the Mario Budescu, I don't know how to say the last name, but I go in with that powder, that spray so it could absorb and look a little bit more natural. Be really careful because if you open your eye, it will burn since it has a scent. I learned that the hard way. Moving on to the contour, I use a compact by the brand Purely Pro in the shade 407 with a pointed taper brush. I don't know what the number is, but it is from Morphe, so I'm sure you guys will be able to find it if you go look. For my contour shade, it is a little bit warm, but I just really enjoy warm contour shades, so don't judge me. Now to bronze up the face, I actually going with the contour kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade medium to tan, and then I go in with the Morphe E4 brush and I combine the two darkest slash more tan shades to bronze up my face. I essentially do my bronzing and contouring backwards, I guess you could say. So the shades that I'm using to bronze should be the shades that I'm using to contour, and the shade that I used to contour was the one that I should have bronzed with. But I'm weird like that. I do things backwards and I like it. So again, don't judge. Alright? Alright. My bronzing can get a little bit messy, so I go back in with the Fit Me powder to clean up the contour and bronzing to make it just a bit more sharp. And then again, since I put a lot of powder on my face, I go back in with the spray. And it just absorbs and looks really cute. And I'm being really careful not to burn my eye again. Woo! It's highlight time! And for my highlight today, I'm going in with Becca Champagne Pop, the one that Jaclyn Hill created with them. That highlighter is truly an OG and a classic, let me tell you. And then of course, we're going in with another Morphe brush. That brush is the Morphe M510, and this is pretty much what I use all the time for my highlight. And today I'm not going for anything too heavy, so this is the perfect brush to keep it a little subtle. Okay, so this is something I do all the time for my brows to make them a little bit more hairy and natural. I go in with whatever mini mascara I have on deck and I just comb through my brows. I use my mini mascara because it's typically a little bit more dry, well, a lot more dry than my big tube mascara, so I run them through my brows and I just feel like one, it makes them a little bit darker and lets them stay in place all day. And after I run them through with the mascara, I go in with the spoolie, and then I feel like it looks like I have more natural hair peeking through, which I like. And then I just clean it up again. Time to contour my nose. I just use a fluffy blending brush from Morphe and the Hoola bronzer. I do a really slight contour on my nose. Sometimes I go a little bit more heavy-handed, but for today I want it to be a little bit more natural, so that's why I'm using these two products. And yeah, it's nothing too crazy. Then to lighten it up, if it gets a little too dark, I will go in with some highlighter. I love a highlighted nose. Let me tell you, that is my jazz. Everyone knows that I am the crazy girl with the Rudolph the highlighted nose, okay? Do not judge me again. Then I just pretty much highlight under my brow bone and anywhere else I feel may need it. Even for my natural looks, I always want to put eyeshadow on. So for this, I go into my KKW and Mario palette. I just use the brown shade in there. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, I use the brown shade and another fluffy brush, and I just swirl it all over my eyelid. Then for a slight little pop, I do go in with some sort of gold, more of a champagne gold, and I just swish that over my eyelid so it could blend together once I open my eye. Mascara time, even though it doesn't really help my puny lashes, but I still put some on, you know? I use the Lash Stiletto by Maybelline, and this is honestly the only mascara that's really helped me with my eyelashes so far, so I really, really love it. Since I do suffer from puny lashes, I must curl my eyelashes because I'm not using any false ones today, so I make sure to curl them by all means possible. And I believe this eyelash curler is from Forever 21. Woohoo! Time to get these lips nice and right, my friends. So for my main lip color, I go in with the Jeffree Star Liquid Lip in Leo, and then I went ahead and chose the NYX lip liner in the shade Nude Truffle, and I just feel like it is the perfect nude lip combo at the moment. I am so obsessed and so in love. So yeah, I'm just gonna outline my lips and then fill them in with the Jeffree Star Liquid Lip. Another thing is I highly recommend the Jeffree Star Liquid Lips. They're so comfortable and beautiful. And then I realized I forgot some blush. So I went back with the 9N palette and a blush brush from Morphe and just combining my two favorite colors to make my cheeks nice and rosy. Woo! And just like that, it looked like I actually combed my hair. I realized I also forgot to set my face, so I went in with the Urban Decay All-Nighter finishing spray. It's also really helpful with my oil, so I absolutely love it. And then I just fan it out, and at this point I just go in with some last minute touches, more highlight, fixing my hair, curling my eyelashes a little bit more, and trying to look extra cute. And just like that, we are all done, folks. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!